Do you know about Arjun? You heard the name Arjun. Great. Now, Arjuna had a son. His name was Abhimanyu. Yes. Manini, I could read your lips. Okay. So it is Abhimanyu. Fine. So now Abhimanyu died in the Chakravyuh. We all know till here, isn't it? Huh. Now Abhimanyu had a wife whose name was Uttara. What was the name? Uttara. And they had a son. And that son's name was Parikshit. Okay? Now I'm going to tell you something that happened with Parikshit. Parikshit was a brilliant king. He was a righteous king. He was full of virtues. He was a truthful person, and his kingdom flooded king. Now one day, Parikshit goes to a jungle. Parikshit goes to a jungle where he went there for hunting. There's someone who's on. Can you all mute? Priyanka, please mute everyone except for me.
Yes. The host rights are actually with Mrs. Abhishek.
Okay. Fine enough. So children are old enough. Anyone who's there on unmute, please mute yourselves. Yes. Great. Thank you. So now Parikshit went to the forest for hunting. And as he was going in search of a deer, he wanted to hunt that deer. He found someone who came right across him. Now, this man was wearing beautiful clothes and he was adorned with a lot of ornaments and he was wearing a nice big crown, but he didn't seem to be at the best of his behavior. He came right in front of King Parikshit, and Parikshit was very angry. He said, Who are you to block my road? I'm walking this way. How dare you come here? Don't you know I'm the king? And this person said, I'm sorry, king. My name is Kalyug. What's my name? He said, my name is Kalyug. Who all know about the yugas, the ages that we have in Indian mythology? There are 4 basic ages, okay? There's the Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, and Kalyug. So Kalyug is what we are staying in. This age is called Kalyug. So this story is about, how Kalyug came into our lives, into that age. So he met Parikshit and he said, Lord, my name is Parikshit. My name is Kalyug. And I have come here to enter your domain now. I have come here to enter your kingdom. And Parikshit knew that Kalyug isn't a nice thing to come and to allow him to come inside the kingdom. He was very angry. He said, no way. Until I'm alive, I'm not going to allow you to get inside my kingdom. No way. And then Kalyug said, oh Lord, I understand that you don't want me, but you can't change the law of nature. I have to come. Like Satyug came, like Treta Yug came, Dwapar Yug came, Kalyug has to come. I have to come. You can't change it. So Lord, this King Parikshit said, whatever it is, I may not be able to change the rules of the law of the nature, but you will not enter my kingdom until I am alive. So if you want to enter my kingdom, you have to kill me. Now Kalyug said, Kalyug was very intelligent and very clever. So he said, okay, Lord, so I want to respect your feelings and I also want to respect the law of nature. So I will ask you for something. I've come to you for refuge, and I'm going to ask you for something which you will have to give me. So he said, Lord, give me some places where I can live. Now Parikshit thought that that's all right. I can just mention some places and this Kalyug will just stay contained to those places. So that should be sufficient. So Parikshit said, okay, so you can go wherever liquor is there. Liquor is a bad thing to do. So he said, wherever liquor is there, go over there. Wherever there's gambling zone, go over there. I'm okay. But then Kalyug thought that this is too small a place for me to live. I am Kalyug. I need some more generic thing to stay in. So then Parikshit said, fine enough, you can stay in gold. Because wherever there is an excess of gold, there is a lot of pride that comes in. So he said, you go and you stay in gold. Now, Kalyug was very smart. And he saw, the first gold thing that he saw was the king's crown. So he seeped into the king's crown. And suddenly, he disappeared. So Parikshit could not see Kalyug anymore. And he started walking ahead. And he was looking for the deer. And he hit one with his arrow. And then, but the deer did not die. He was still running. So Parikshit started running after him, but he couldn't find the deer. And he was so thirsty. He was so tired. It was now almost the sun had set. It was starting to get dark, and he was very tired, very thirsty. Then he sees a hermitage over there. And this hermitage is of a sage called Shamik. Okay, you all have to remember and listen to the story properly, okay, because I'm going to ask you questions. So this sage name was Shamik, Rishi Shamik. Now, Rishi Shamik was in deep meditation. He was like, Om. He wasn't listening to anyone. He was sitting cross-legged in his saffron clothes and very quiet, had long beard, eyes closed, some radiance coming out of him. And he was beautifully sitting in deep meditation. While he was meditating, King Parikshit said, oh sage, please, I'm very thirsty. Please give me water. I need something. I need to quench my thirst. But Sage Shamik did not wake up. And plus, there was no one else in the hermitage. He was there alone. But Parikshit now had whom in the crown? He had Kalyug sitting right there. And then Kalyug started playing his tricks and he played his cards. And he told Parikshit's brain, hey, you know what? He's a charlatan. You know what? He's cheating you. He's not meditating or anything. He's just not meditating. He's just bluffing you. Imagine he has a guest in his hermitage and yet he's not even asking for water. What kind of a person is he? He must be brought to death. Now you must kill him. Raja Parikshit, he said, yes, I must kill him. And he got ready for his kill. And then suddenly, because Parikshit, ideally, is a very nice person, full of values, something just stopped him. And he didn't kill Shamik, Rishi Shamik. But you know what he did? He saw a dead snake lying on the floor. So with his arrow, he picked up that dead snake and he put it in Shamik's neck. And Shamik was in deep meditation. He didn't realize that. But he had a dead snake on his body. Now, some children of the hermitage saw that happening. And they ran to his son, Shamik's son, whose name was Shringi. What was his name? Remember all these names. His name was Shringi. So they ran and they told Shringi that this is what has happened to your father. And Shringi at that time was in this place. He was taking a bath over there, and there was water. So he took water in his hand, and he was very angry for the insult that someone had done with his father. Now he did not know who has insulted the father, but he knew that there's some person who's insulted. He filled his palm with water and said, whoever that haughty, bad man, bad person who has done this with my father, who was insulted, is going to die 7th day from now, and he will die because of a snake bite. And the snake's name is Takshak. His name was Takshak, snake Takshak. And he cursed. And he said that this curse cannot be revoked. So no one can change this curse. Okay. Once he's done that, he ran towards the hermitage. And once he went there, Shamik Rishi was, out of his meditation. And he said, who put the snake on my body? Was someone just playing tricks? Then all the children of the hermitage told him what had happened. And they also told him that Shringi had already cursed that person who had done this mischief. And then sage Shamik, he just closed his eyes and thought of that who had come, who had done this to me. And when he closed his eyes, he realized that it was King Parikshit who had come. and who had done that to him. And that too because Kalyug was sitting in the crown, and that's why Parikshit behaved like that. So ideally, Parikshit was not wrong. It was Kalyug who made that happen. So immediately he scolded Shringi, and then he ran towards the king's palace. He went there and he told Raja Parikshit that 7th day from today, you're going to die of a snake bite. And the snake's name is Takshak. Okay. Now Raja Parikshit knew that this curse cannot be revoked. And 7 days from now, I am going to die. So he called Rishi Sukdev to his palace. And he listened to all the good things, all the good, stotras and mantras. He listened to all of them from Rishi Sukdev's voice, in Sukdev's voice. And then, you know what he did? Wonders. He made a 7-story building in 6 days. Ensured that the 7-story building was constructed in 6 days, because 7th day he was going to die and he wanted to protect himself. And he started staying on the topmost floor, on the 7th floor. And there was no one allowed. He ensured that this place is totally secure. No one could, except the ones he trusted the most. And on the 7th day, there was, and also he summoned, King Parikshit told the world that anyone who has an antidote to Takshak's poison, I'm going to give him a load of money. I'm going to make him as rich as ever. That person will never ever have to ever go in search of money or work for money. So I'm going to give you that much of money. So there was one rishi who had the antidote to Takshak's poison. And that rishi's name was Kashyap. He started going towards the king's palace. And on the way, he met Takshak himself. Now that snake, he transformed himself into a human being and came right in front of Rishi Kashyap. And he said, are you going to save Raja Parikshit? Kashyap said, yes, I want to save him. He's our king and he's also going to give me a lot of money. But then the snake said, this Nag Devta he was Takshak. He said, it's just for money, isn't it? I'll give it triple the money that he can give you. But I want you to go back. So Kashyap, he said, okay, because now Kalyug has entered. Now he's become greedy. The rishis have also become greedy. So he said, okay, I'm fine. Give me money and I'll go. So Takshak gave him a lot of money and Kashyap went back. Now Takshak on the 7th day went to Raja Parikshit's palace. But there was no way that he could enter the 7th floor. Now he made a plan. He transformed himself into a small little worm and he entered a fruit. That fruit was supposed to be eaten by Raja Parikshit. Okay, so he entered that fruit. And when the king took that fruit and he was about to eat it, he saw that worm. And by the time he could even realize that that worm could do some harm, the worm transformed into a big snake. And he bit Raja Parikshit. And Raja Parikshit burned into, he was, ashes. He was turned to ashes. And he was finished right away. And King Parikshit died. Now King Parikshit died when his son was very young. And his son's name was Janmejaya. Okay? Janmejaya. Now Janmejaya, when he grew up, when he became the king, then he was holding a grudge against that Takshak, because he killed his father. So now Janmejaya wanted to kill Takshak. He rather wanted to kill all the snakes in the world. So he arranged for a big Sarpastatra. It's called Sarpastatra, which is snake sacrifice. You remember all those yagnas, a big fire was burnt and Om Namah Shivaya, Hum Bhuva Swaha and all that we do. Swaha Swaha. So that kind of a yagna they arranged. And that was called the Sarpastatra. They called all the rishis from all over the place. and all these intellectual rishis came. It was a very difficult yagna to do. Not everyone could do it. Very famous rishis, very learned rishis could do it. So he called all of them, and then the yagna started. And once the yagna started, just imagine, tap, 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 all the snakes started coming and entering the yagna. Every snake from all over the world started coming, and many just over there. And there was smell of, dirty smell of the snakes burning. There was blood all around. It was a dirty sight. And then there was one more snake. Do you remember Vasuki? Have you heard of Vasuki, the snake Vasuki, in the churning of the ocean where the demons and gods fought? Yes, some of you do remember. There was a mountain, and then there was a big snake around the mountain, and gods were pulling from one end and the demons were pulling it from the other end. That snake is Vasuki. So this Vasuki, he realized that in some time even I am going to die in that yagna. Every snake in the world was dying because of that yagna. So he could start feeling the burning sensation in his body, and he knew that it was his time that he had to enter the yagna. But he had a trick. He went to his sister. His sister's name was Manasa. And Manasa had a son, Astik. You have to remember the name Astik. Okay? Now, Astik was the only one who could save the snakes. So Vasuki went to Manasa and said, Manasa, please tell your son Astik to go to that place where the yagna is. And near the yagna, please tell him to somehow stop the yagna. We don't want to die. Otherwise, snakes will not be there ever. Every snake was dying. And by that time, that Astik started going to the place where the yagna was being done. Takshak went to Lord Indra. And he said, Indra, please save me. Do something. I can't die in this fire. Please do something. Then Indra said, okay, come. I will come with you and I'll tell Janmejaya to stop it. Okay. And they started coming down towards the yagna, and Takshak and Indra started coming. They're on their way towards the ground, towards the yagna. And by that time, Astik reaches there. And when Astik comes there, he starts reciting beautiful poems. And he starts, speaking all good about the king and the rishis who are conducting that yagna. Now, because this place is a very secured place, no one can enter. So even Astik was not allowed to enter that place. But Astik sang so loudly that the king could hear all the praises. And that's why the king got very happy. He said, send Astik in. And when Astik went inside, people were very happy to see Astik. They saw that Astik is such a young boy, but he's speaking like, adults. He knows so many things. He's speaking so beautifully. And then King Janmejaya said, okay, I'm going to grant you a boon, Astik. You can ask me anything that you want. Now, Astik was very smart. He knew that he had come here to stop the yagna. What did he do? He saw that Takshak and Indra coming down. Indra already ran away. He got scared. Those snakes, popping inside that yagna. He got scared and Indra ran away. So now there was only Takshak. And Astik saw Takshak and he said, Janmejaya, King Janmejaya, you need to stop the yagna right now. And now, because Janmejaya has already said that I will do whatever Astik wants, he had to stop the yagna. Once the yagna stopped, all the other snakes in the world were then safe. And that's why Takshak didn't die, Vasuki didn't die, Sheshnag didn't die. And that's why we have snakes even today. How was the story? Had you heard of the story? No? No one had heard it? But well, did you like it? Did you understand it?
Yes,
How
ma'am.
is-
Ma'am, it was very good.
Very fun.
Okay, great.
It was a wonderful
It was very fun.